Well, in my personal opinion, or in my opinion, as of a person who has been, quite deep into those issues, what I can say is that the diplomatic layer is great, and there are quite a lot of efforts and quite a lot of steps made at the diplomatic level, but there are the fundamental basic areas that have to be taken care of. And those are such things as economy, infrastructure, governance, and so on. And whatever statements are being made, if there are no approaches to actually improve the quality of infrastructure, ensure sovereign decision making in terms of economy, and those very foundations of every state, like the legal system, institutions that would guarantee smooth political transit, and a more structured, let's say, social and political life, then the construction would still be very shaky. And in my understanding, what else has to really change is the eternal wait for the investment, as if at some point, it would just rain money over the continent. So what is quite disappointing to observe is that even though Africa is, probably the richest continent in terms of, not just mineral resources, but also, the agricultural potential, the human potential, and so on, there is still the feeling that that investment would, save everything. And there is still quite a lot of attempts to become more attractive for investors, instead of trying to see how to make the money out of what is already available, how to establish trade in a way in which it would be more beneficial, how to establish production by, attracting partnerships rather than, investors per se. So that approach is changing in quite a lot of locations, and there is quite a different understanding in some of the cases of how it could be different. But this wait for investment, and this wait for when it rains money, it already implies being in quite a submissive position and quite dependent position. So this has to be, taken into consideration, because otherwise systematic issues would not be fixed, and the diplomatic layer would not really come down to reality, because the fundamentals are the economy, the let's say governance, and infrastructure. Without this, it's quite impossible to ensure stable and high quality life for the people.